Social media is an alternate reality in which people fight to show off how great their lives are. Often that means people have to lie in order to look good. But what happens when you get caught? Here are some of the most shameless lies ever told and called out on social media. Got a new car, brags this first girl. In her jealousy-inducing photo, she's standing with a shiny Porsche, holding the keys. Take a closer look though. The key she's holding is for a VW, not a Porsche. Intentional joke or not, it's still pretty funny. A quick way to make your friends jealous is by posting a snap of you at the beach. This guy's lounging around on a sunny day soaking up the rays. But a photo from another angle shows the truth. He's just out in his garden on a towel and some fake sand. It's so easy to fabricate a cool story and share it with an image you found on Google. If you do, however, make sure it's not as easy to find as the one this guy used. His Facebook friend called him out for using the first image on Google Images. Oh dear. Of all the tools in your social media arsenal, cropping is the most powerful one. This girl went to extreme lengths to cut her profile photo down to size. Stripes are supposed to be slimming, but not as effective as cropping. Social media is about curating the life you want people to see, and this photo proves it. You can bet that behind every carefully considered photo of flowers lies nothing but pure chaos. This brightly lit beach day shows the value of getting your angles right. Palm trees, blue sky, this girl lives in paradise, right? It seems that way until you zoom out to see the real scene. A car park and some props. With good friends, anything is possible. These two girls are dressed up and ready to hit the town, but is there more to her cleavage than meets the eye? This angle shows there's a third friend involved, just out of sight. Hey, everyone needs a helping hand or two every now and then, right? The open ocean, what a sight. And this guy was lucky enough to be sailing towards a brilliant sunset, carefree, except that it was a total lie. This photo is from an advert for sunglasses, which might explain why it looks so perfect. Here's a girl just chilling in her brand new kitchen. Marble countertop and hardwood cupboards. Is she living the dream? Yes, actually. In another photo, we see the truth. She's in a show kitchen. Couples on social media are both cute and annoying. Whatever you think, they almost always overshare. But when you're single, you have to get creative. This guy looks like he's having a private moment with his partner, but the front angle shows a funnier story. How many times have you been online and seen someone post a photo of themselves working on some beach and saying, "Hard day at the office"? This joker took it to an extreme with this clever shot. The real question is, where did they buy that miniature laptop? Social media is all about trying hard to look like you're not trying. This girl has been caught deep in thought at a rainy window. It's not until the behind the scenes photo we see the uncomfortable angle she's perched at for the maximum effect. Action shots and feats of strength are what Instagrammers live for. This free climber looks rugged and manly until we see another shot of him on his ascent, happily jogging up the slope, which is not steep or dangerous at all. Look at this image of a girl floating in total peace in a beautiful body of water. It's enough to make you sick. Much like the actual pool itself, which is revealed in this second photo to be a grimy nightmare surrounded by derelict buildings. As the girl herself says, don't believe everything you see on social media. This guy looks in trouble as he dangles from a cliff. The situation is desperate and it's all too much for his dog, who rushes in to save the day, exposing the danger for a fraudulent flat plane with a clever camera angle. Look at this happy dog posing in front of a large trophy. But something doesn't look quite right here. In fact, it's a photo taken in front of a stock image. He may not have won anything, but he's still a very good boy. Ever looked at those perfectly framed brunch shots and wondered how they got the snap? The answer is not quite as glamorous as you might imagine. This girl is going to extreme lengths for the perfect photo of her food and looks absolutely ridiculous. Traveling on a plane and sitting next to a pretty girl with nice hair? Life seems good for this guy. But hang on, something's not right here. Looking down at the next seat, it turns out he's actually sitting next to a dog. Out in a forest, a girl puts a leafy branch to her face. She is one with nature, or so she seems to be until you see the other angle. She's standing in her backyard. As the caption accurately asks, what is she doing? Lil Bow Wow's debut was called Beware of Dog, but maybe he should have put Beware of Internet Detectives. The rapper shared a photo claiming he was flying on his private jet. Pretty cool, until he was caught red-handed by other passengers on a standard commercial flight. This led to a game called the #BowWow Challenge, where people posted hilarious photos of their own big social media lies. Here's a photo from Chessie King. In it, she's chilling lazily by the pool. The water is blue and idyllic, but in the side-by-side, we see that the photo has gone through a lot of post-processing. The reality is a lot less appealing, taking on a colder-looking, drearier day that is hard to envy. Nothing says luxury like flying in your own private jet, especially if you can brag about it. Here's a bunch of rich people living it up in the skies and soaking up the social media credit. But something's off. Look closer and you'll notice that the photos are very similar. That's because they're all the same plane. They've just paid for a photo shoot offered by a Russian company who hire out the plane for luxury chasing wannabes. This lucky guy is sitting at a packed stadium texting his jealous friends that he made it to the game. It looks awesome, or at least it does until you see the full picture. He's not at the game. He's not even outside. He's at his desk. This clever prankster has enlisted 2 friends in his scheme to help with the charade. Yum! Look at this artfully laid out meal of delicious tacos. If it seems like something out of a magazine, that's because it is. Angling the photo to avoid the typeface, this careful trickster has taken a photo that looks good enough to eat. This lucky person is off for the holiday of a lifetime, handing their passport over at the airport. But zoom out a little bit, this clever photographer has just delivered their passport to a stock image. We should have been tipped off by the fact the TSA agent was smiling. Sitting high above the city on a ledge is an unforgettable feeling, but you could also just fake the experience. Put shoes on your hands and save yourself the ordeal of sitting down by having a friend take the photo over your shoulder. Social media is the perfect place for bragging about your fat stacks of cash. But this carefully posed photo of a thick wad of bills is hiding something. It's an artfully folded magazine. Deceptive and clever. This advert for an Audi R8 really looks great. In the bright sunlight, it sits waiting on a dramatic salt flat. But adverts are the most expensive lies in the world. This supercar is actually a $40 scale model, and the landscape is a combination of sand and rocks shot by photographer Felix Hernandez Rodriguez in his studio. Did it fool you? This girl sits smiling in a sunny meadow surrounded by flowers, but it looks like the setting has been a bit exaggerated. In this cleverly staged photo, she's actually crouched down in some weeds on the side of a road. Look at this juicy prawn, piping hot on a fork. It sure looks tasty, but don't munch on it, because food photography has a history of trickery. To create this effective heat, there's instead a steamer right behind the shot, meaning this prawn might well be old and very cold indeed. Social media is awash with middle-class parenting blogs promising you can have a busy life and the perfect house. This photo shows that for every artisan plate of cookies, there's usually a screaming baby just out of shot. This is actually part of a post a blogger made which deals with the pressures of keeping up appearances on social media. Holidays are the time for zen photographs on secluded beaches. It's the perfect way to show off how well traveled you are. These photos from Maya Bay in Thailand give off a relaxed aura that will leave you green with envy. But what's the real story? Look at other less glamorously cropped photos and you'll see hundreds of people all striving for the same unique look, which totally takes the romance out of it. Tourists have actually been banned from visiting this beach due to the damage they've caused, so the yoga poses have been halted for now at least. Passing out at a party only to have your friends prank you is all part of being social and fun. But if you haven't got friends, you can always do the same as this guy. He's on his own and drawing on his own face. To be fair, it's incredibly impressive how he managed to take the photo with his foot. This girl looks soulfully out over the night sky in Paris in front of the Eiffel Tower. It's a perfectly set up shot. It's just a shame that the photo comes from someone's bedroom, and the tower is a poster on the wall. Why travel when you can lie? This social media lie is so shameless, it threatened to end a career. During his feud with Eminem, rapper Machine Gun Kelly posed with a stadium full of people, supposedly all flipping the bird to Eminem. A pretty strong message from thousands of people. Only that's not exactly how it went down. Kelly was quickly called out. Firstly, he's opening for Fall Out Boy at this show, meaning this was not his crowd. He also didn't tell them what the photo was for before he took it. It's not a good look, and he was subsequently booed throughout his performance. An easy way to get likes is to post a picture of an old relative in their prime. That's what this guy thought when he posted a picture of his uncle from 1978 in a military uniform. But little did he suspect that the subject of the photo would find him and call him out on his fakery. What's the weirdest thing you've done to impress a girl? I bet it wasn't as bad as this heartbroken Romeo, who texted his Juliet with this dramatic photo. He claimed he'd been wounded fighting for her honor, but she wasn't buying it. Cringe. As they say, if something's too good to be true, it probably is. As long as we have social media, people will be shamelessly lying to impress strangers. So which did you think was the most shameless? Have you seen worse? Let me know in the comments down below, and thanks for watching.